The brave little turtle. Once upon a time, in a peaceful pond nestled deep in a forest, lived a family of tiny turtles. They swam and played together in the cool waters, enjoying the simple pleasures of life. But one day, their peaceful existence was threatened by a dangerous predator, a fierce and hungry hawk. The little turtles had heard stories of the hawk from their parents, who warned them to stay hidden in the pond and never venture out into the open. But one day, the youngest and smallest of the turtles, a brave little turtle named Timmy, found himself face to face with the hawk. Timmy knew that he had to act quickly to save his family from the predator's sharp talons. And so began Timmy's brave journey to protect his loved ones and outsmart the dangerous hawk. Timmy the brave little turtle knew he had to act quickly to save his family from the dangerous hawk. He swam as fast as he could back to his family's nest, warning them of the impending danger. "Quickly, we must hide," Timmy urged his family. But they were slow to move, and the hawk was getting closer. Timmy knew that he had to take action. With a deep breath, he gathered all of his courage and swam out of the safety of the pond and onto the rocky shore. He knew that if he could just distract the hawk, his family would have a chance to escape. As he made his way towards the hawk, Timmy's heart raced with fear. But he pushed those feelings aside and focused on his goal, saving his family. With all of his might, Timmy called out to the hawk, "Hey, you! Come and get me!" The hawk swooped down towards Timmy, its sharp talons aimed right at him. But Timmy was too quick for the predator. He swiftly ducked into his shell, narrowly avoiding the hawk's grasp. The hawk was surprised that Timmy had outsmarted it. It hovered in the air, screeching in anger, and then circled around to attack again. But Timmy was not afraid. He had a plan. As the hawk made another attempt to grab him, Timmy quickly popped out of his shell and darted away. He swam towards the nearby reeds and plunged under the water, holding his breath and waiting for the hawk to give up. The hawk circled around, searching for Timmy, but soon realized that it was no match for the brave little turtle. It flew off in search of easier prey, leaving Timmy to breathe a sigh of relief. Timmy swam back to his family, who were waiting anxiously in their nest. "You did it, Timmy!" they cheered. "You saved us!" But Timmy knew that their safety was not guaranteed. The hawk would come back, and they needed to find a more permanent solution. Together, Timmy and his family came up with a plan to protect themselves from the hawk's attacks. Timmy's family came up with the idea to build a makeshift shelter out of branches and leaves to hide in when the hawk was around. Timmy knew that he had to gather the materials to make the shelter and protect his family from the predator. With determination, Timmy ventured out into the forest to collect the branches and leaves. As he searched for the materials, he met a wise old tortoise named Tom. Tom had lived in the forest for many years and had plenty of experience with predators like the hawk. Timmy explained his situation to Tom, who was impressed with the little turtle's bravery. "You remind me of myself when I was young," Tom said with a chuckle. "I think I can help you out." Tom shared his knowledge of the forest with Timmy and helped him find the sturdiest branches and thickest leaves to build the shelter. Timmy was grateful for Tom's help and thanked him before heading back to his family. With the materials in tow, Timmy worked tirelessly to build the shelter with his family. They wove the branches together to create a sturdy framework and covered it with thick leaves to make it blend in with the surrounding foliage. As they put the finishing touches on the shelter, they heard the hawk's screech in the distance. Timmy's family quickly took cover in the shelter, and Timmy stood guard outside to keep watch. The hawk circled overhead, looking for its prey, but it could not find the tiny turtles. Timmy's plan had worked. With the shelter, they were safe from the hawk's attacks. Over the next few days, Timmy's family felt safer and more secure than they had in a long time. They spent their days basking in the sun and swimming in the nearby pond, and their nights sleeping soundly in their new shelter. But Timmy was still on high alert. He knew that the hawk was still out there, waiting for its chance to strike. He spent his days scouting the surrounding area and keeping watch for any signs of danger. One afternoon, while Timmy was out on patrol, he spotted the hawk perched on a nearby tree branch. The hawk had spotted Timmy too and was making its way towards him with its sharp talons at the ready. Timmy knew that he had to act fast. He took a deep breath and remembered the lessons he had learned from Tom. He knew that he had to be clever and use his wits to outsmart the hawk once again. As the hawk swooped down towards him, Timmy quickly retreated into his shell. The hawk tried to grab him with its sharp talons, but Timmy's shell was too strong. The hawk tried again and again, but Timmy remained safe inside his shell. After several failed attempts, the hawk gave up and flew away, frustrated and hungry. Timmy emerged from his shell, triumphant and proud. He had once again outsmarted the predator and protected his family. Timmy returned to his family and told them about the hawk's latest attack. They were relieved that Timmy had once again protected them from harm. But Timmy knew that they couldn't rely on the shelter and his quick thinking alone to keep them safe forever. They needed a more permanent solution to their predator problem. He remembered Tom's words about the importance of learning from experience, and he decided that he needed to learn more about the hawk's behavior and habits. So, he set out to study the hawk from a safe distance and observe its patterns. He watched as the hawk hunted for food, swooping down to catch its prey with deadly accuracy. He noticed that the hawk always flew in the same direction when it left the forest, and he began to suspect that there might be a nest nearby. Timmy shared his observations with his family, and together they came up with a plan to locate the hawk's nest and protect themselves from any future attacks. They decided to follow the hawk the next time it left the forest and see where it went. The next day, they watched as the hawk flew out of the forest and towards a nearby cliff. Timmy and his family followed from a safe distance, and sure enough, they found the hawk's nest perched high on a rocky ledge. Timmy knew that the nest was the key to protecting his family. He had to find a way to disable the nest and prevent the hawk from attacking them again. Timmy spent the next few days thinking about how to disable the hawk's nest. He knew that it wouldn't be easy, but he was determined to protect his family. He studied the layout of the cliff and the surrounding area, looking for any weaknesses that he could exploit. Finally, he came up with a plan. One night, while the hawk was away hunting, Timmy and his family made their way up to the nest. They found that the nest was made of sticks and twigs, with a few feathers woven in. Timmy carefully removed one of the sticks from the nest, causing it to become unbalanced. The next day, when the hawk returned to the nest, it found that it was no longer safe to perch on. The nest collapsed under the hawk's weight, sending it tumbling to the ground below. The hawk was stunned but unharmed, and it quickly flew away in search of a new place to build its nest. Timmy and his family were relieved that they had finally found a way to protect themselves from the hawk. Over the next few weeks, Timmy and his family lived in peace, without any further attacks from predators. They spent their days exploring the forest and swimming in the pond, and their nights sleeping soundly in their new shelter. Timmy had proven himself to be brave, resourceful, and clever, and he had protected his family from danger. He knew that he would always be there to protect them, no matter what challenges they might face in the future. As time passed, Timmy became a respected member of his turtle community. Other turtles would often come to him for advice and guidance, and Timmy was always happy to help. He had learned that even the smallest of creatures could make a big difference in the world, as long as they were brave and resourceful. He was proud of himself for being able to protect his family and help his community. One day, while Timmy was exploring the forest, he came across a lost and scared baby turtle. The little turtle was crying and didn't know how to find its way back to its family. Timmy knew exactly how the little turtle felt, and he took it under his wing. He helped the little turtle find its way back to its family and made sure that it was safe and sound. The little turtle's family was grateful to Timmy for his kindness, and they invited him to join them for dinner. Timmy happily accepted, and he spent the evening sharing stories and making new friends. As the night wore on, Timmy realized that he had found his true calling. He loved helping others and making a difference in the world, no matter how small it may be. He knew that he had a bright future ahead of him, and he went to bed that night feeling happy and content. The next morning, Timmy woke up to the sound of the birds singing and the sun shining down on his face. He smiled to himself, knowing that he had found his purpose in life. He closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep, dreaming of all the adventures and good deeds he would accomplish in the days and years to come. As Timmy drifted off to sleep, he felt a sense of peace and contentment. He knew that he had accomplished something great by helping the little lost turtle and making new friends. He thought about how far he had come since he first faced the hawk and how much he had grown as a turtle. He was proud of himself for being brave and resourceful and for never giving up, no matter how difficult the challenge. Timmy closed his eyes and fell into a deep sleep, feeling happy and fulfilled. He knew that he would wake up in the morning ready for whatever adventures the day might bring. And so, the brave little turtle drifted off to sleep, feeling grateful for all that he had accomplished and excited for all that lay ahead. And as he slept, his family and friends all around him, the forest was filled with the peaceful sound of his gentle breathing. So now it's time for all the children listening to this story to close their eyes, relax, and let their dreams take them on their own exciting adventures. Remember to be brave, be kind, and always believe in yourself. Good night, sweet dreams.